Finally, it is here. Actually, you guys only had to wait like 8 hours because that's how I've been. You haven't had to wait at all. Stop complaining. But it is here, part 3 of our Get a Shopify Store to $50 a day within 3 days video series. In this series, if you forgot or you're just new here, be sure to go. If you're new here, go in the description. There's a link to video 1 so you can start from the beginning. But we are literally building a Shopify store from scratch, getting it to $50 a day income within 3 days, and sharing the entire process with you. Now, in this final video, we're going to get into how to generate the traffic and the ads behind it, and then we're just going to show you at the end of the video the store making $50 a day. It's pretty damn simple. So let's do it. Again, this is not me teaching this video. It's my buddy Justin who made these videos for me a while ago. And enjoy. Have fun. There's nothing being sold here either. Have a good time.
Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. Welcome back. We're in part 3, getting this store off the ground. We have our store set up and we have our products added. Let me just show you those again. All right, we have the potty golf. We have the golf ball grabber, our free plus shipping item. Here's our full price item. And we have everything set up in the back end. We have our store looking good. It looks good on mobile as well. So the next step is obviously to start driving traffic. And as I've hinted at throughout the first 2 videos, we're going to be using Facebook ads to drive very, very targeted traffic to our site. On Facebook ads, we definitely want to focus on sending advertising or spending advertising dollars on a product-to-product basis, meaning, we're not going to create an ad for the store in general. We're not going to create an ad for even the collections page where it lists products. We're looking to create ads for actual products. So, one ad to one product. And, the easiest way to start, as I referenced before, is doing free plus shipping. It's very easy, obviously. The proposition here is we're selling a free item, collecting shipping to offset our cost, and we're going to make a little bit of profit, but we're going to basically test and prove the niche and kind of prove our targeting, or more or less kind of find the good targeting. We're going to try to identify the best ways to target inside of our niche. We'll talk about that in a minute. And, the only way to prove that is by actually spending some ad dollars and getting results. So that's what we're going to do in this section. Without a doubt, we want to use Facebook ads, like I said. So now just think about the idea that, about this product and about this whole store in general. And, when you think about marketing, take it back to the simplest form. It's all about matching your product or service with the right customer. So thankfully, Facebook makes that super easy. And you all know why Facebook ads are so powerful, even if you've never used them. And it's actually because of all of us, the users. We make Facebook ads so powerful because we're constantly feeding tons and tons of data to Facebook. We're liking pages, we're commenting on posts, we're sharing posts, and now all the different emotions, that we're able to put on top of the like button. There's all these different things, all these different data points that we're sending into Facebook. We're basically creating the marketer's dream. There's so much information out there. And it's all super relevant and it's all targetable inside of the Facebook ads ecosystem. So we have a golf store, and remember the idea, we want to match our product to the right customer. So obviously we need to target people who like golf. And more specifically in this case, we need to target people who play golf, right? Because this is an actual utility item. This isn't just a novelty. So this is going to be something that someone who plays golf would actually want to use. So, this could be maybe when we start targeting this, and again, we're going to start with our free plus shipping item. But when we do eventually go into this and start targeting for this can be more, obviously people who play golf, also golf enthusiasts, golf fans, things like that. That's going to expand our targeting a little bit. So going back to this first item that we're going to start with, we know that someone who would get excited by this product is someone who plays golf. So we need to, we need to plan or set up a plan and strategy to target people who play golf. So, we need to prove a couple things. First of all, we need to prove that you can target golf in general on Facebook. And I spoke about this when we were talking about, building the site right from the start. We can easily make the assumption that golf is a niche that does sell. I mean, that's just, there's golf stores, people who are super passionate about golf. It definitely, it's very easy to prove that you could find people who like golf on Facebook. Now, I'll show you just exactly how you can do it right now. And this tool that I'm about to bring over is called the Audience Insights tool. And you get to it by going to facebook.com/ads/audience_insights. You could also just find it, inside of tools in your ads manager. So here's facebook.com/ads/manage. This is your your ads dashboard, and this is just a test account I'm showing you. But you can go to Tools and Audience Insights, and that's going to bring you to this page. So this is kind of like a research tool that that Facebook provides. Let me just get out of this and start over so you could see how to do it. So you go into the Audience Insights tool, and you could basically see people that are in your audience just by entering a few keywords over here in the interest box. So, we're doing golf, and let's say we want to prove that there's enough people on Facebook to target, to effectively sell product to. So I'm just going to put the main keyword golf in here. And, right over here is some great information for you, right? 20 to 25 million active people are involved in the golf niche on Facebook. So are you thinking, can you sell to the golf niche? Well, you obviously can sell to the golf niche. 20 to 25 million people in this niche. If you have a smaller niche, I would go as small as maybe even 500,000 for some very targeted niches. So obviously you can see 20 to 25. That's just a tremendous amount. It's a huge audience. Some other interesting information here, age and gender of the people that like golf on Facebook. You might be surprised that it's a slight majority of women. There's going to tell you some other stuff about the people that like golf. You could even narrow down, you can start adding more interests, more golf-related interests in this box. We'll do that in a second. First, I'll show you some other interesting things on here. We got the page like section, and this is going to be really important in a few minutes when we start talking about building our first audience. An audience on Facebook is made up of different interests that you can target. So these are various interests over here. Obviously, when we're dealing with golf, you're going to see things like PGA Tour. That's the Professional Golfers Association, like the major leagues. Here's a professional golfer, a big one. Here's Sports Center. Obviously, has to do with sports. Rory McIlroy. Like I said, the big golfer. A brand. A television station. A big golfer. A brand. Another brand. So we're starting to already see what potentially we can use to target people who like golf. So let's say we're targeting someone that likes the PGA Tour. You can make a pretty good assumption that they like golf. I'm not going to like the PGA Tour if I don't have any interest in golf or watching golf. Now Sports Center, that might not be a good one to target because you may like Sports Center, you might not have any interest in golf. Right? Golf is not a big part of Sports Center. Golf Channel. You're not liking the Golf Channel just because it's it's one of the channels that you have on your cable box. You're going to like Golf Channel because you have a legitimate interest in golf. Same with Nike Golf, right? It's not Nike, the overall brand, but Nike Golf, if I like wearing Nike clothing, I'm not liking Nike Golf. I'm only liking Nike Golf if I actually, probably have some interest in golf. So that's, at the simplest form, that's the idea. We're matching up customers to our product. Our product is golf related, and customers inside of these audiences are going to be, have a high propensity to want to buy golf related items. So, really don't make it more complex than that. You need to just find the interests where your buyers are coming from, or where the buyers potentially will come from. So again, we could use these, and we'll use these in a few minutes to start building our interests. But other ways to leverage this tool, we could actually just start to add more interest in here. So an easy way to do that is to take the ones that you already see on here and start adding them in. So I'm going to start with the first one and put PGA Tour up here. And you're going to see that these likes change a little bit. And we could see more down here and see some other stuff. We could sort by affinity, which is kind of the go-to metric that people will use to see what is most relevant for the niche. We can see some more things here that may or may not be related. I think we could also see some themes, right? So we have right here, these two right here, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, both of them are big athletes, big golfers. So maybe we want to target people who like the professional golfers. I think probably one of the best ones is actually smacking us right in the face here. The first one, and down here, Nike Golf. These are brands, right? These are golf-related brands. You might have a TaylorMade golf club, or you might have a Nike golf ball, or whatever. If you like these brands, there's a pretty good chance that you not only like golf, but play golf. And remember, we want to target people who play golf because we are working with this product. So let's see what else we have on here. A lot of these don't seem to be super relevant in terms of golf. So what we could do is come back up here and maybe remove one of these and see what other things we could add back in. So how about we add in one of the brands? Let's add in TaylorMade Golf. Okay, and now we have some more. So remember, Golf Channel came up. Maybe we target people who watch golf-related programs on TV. And this is the way that you want to be thinking in terms of like kind of you have the niche of golf, and you have individual interests here. You want to find interest groups of similar interests. So the brand's interest group could be TaylorMade and Nike Golf and Titleist and all the other golf brands. And if you don't know any other golf brands, it's totally okay. I don't know a lot of golf brands, but I easily can find out. All I need to do is go to Google and type in something like best golf equipment brands, or best golf brands, and just see what comes up and just look through. It only takes a couple seconds, and I could find other brands. Callaway is one. Here's TaylorMade, Titleist, Nike, Cleveland, Mizuno, Adams, right? All these other things that we can now target if we wanted to go down that route of targeting interests related to brands inside of golf. So we're not just trying to put all of these into one. We want to find very similar interests and group them together. So there's going to be a lot of benefits to doing that. This is what I teach all my coaching students. We really go in depth in terms of how to identify the best interest groups to target, and also how to build very powerful interest groups. What I want you to focus on, and especially what we're going to focus on just for these ads, is keeping our interests organized. So just for the simple reason is figuring out what works so we can go back to it later. So I want to, I'm thinking that we can do ads on a couple things. We could do an ad to this product, and we could advertise it to people who like golf brands. We could then do another ad, same product, and we could advertise it to people who like golf celebrities or athletes or professional golfers, right? Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, all the big pros. And again, if you don't know them, just go to Google. Most popular golfers, see what comes up. Here's all like probably 10 or 15 right here that we can plug right into the to our Facebook ads and our Facebook ads targeting, and we'll be good to go. So that's another one. Maybe we look for more golf channels, like Golf Channel. I don't know if there's any other, like Golf TV. Another good one to often look for is like golf magazines. And sure, it's not coming up here, but all you need to do is just think about the idea of finding subcategories within the golf niche. So magazines could be one. Big golf courses, I think, could be another one. Obviously, the brands, the celebrities that we talked about. The TV channels. Maybe some of the the bigger professional events like the Masters and the U.S. Open and the British Open. Those can be a category. So we want to find all these different categories, and then we're going to pick our best ones, and we're going to build some ads to them. And we have zero idea if these are going to work or not. No one has any idea. No one can tell you if something is going to work or not. You need to just put some money up and start collecting data. So our plan is we're going to do at least two variations of our ad. One is going to go to brands. Another one is going to go to celebrities, and then we may do a third one. So pretty simple right there. That's all we need to do in terms of research to get started. Now it's time to actually build our ad, and a prerequisite to doing that is we need to build a Facebook fan page. Every single Facebook ad that you make needs to have a Facebook fan page. So it's super easy to do that. Obviously, it's free. If you've never done it, I'm going to show you, just how quick it's going to be. So I'm over here on facebook.com/page. It's going to redirect you, to over here. So facebook.com/page. Go over here and you can make a new page. And there's different categories. You could do brand or product, whatever. Most likely you're going to be doing something over here if you could find your category. I'm just going to do website. Website is a pretty easy one to always do. And now I'm going to make my fan page for Golf King. So we're just going to click through. It's going to create our page. We can put in a little description. Okay, we could save all this. We can come back and do this a little bit later. Now what we need to do is upload a profile image, and you guys have probably done this before. I'm just going to show you, how super easy it is. I'm going to pull over, I'm going to bring the logo into Photoshop. And for the most part, they're wanting a square image. So I'm just going to change the image here to make sure that it's a square. Okay. I'm going to save it. Going back here, now I'm just going to find the file that I just created, And I'm going to, let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'm putting the Facebook logo up. It's just uploading right now. There you go, matching our site and everything. You know, super easy. Skipping through this, not important. You can skip through this, not really important at this point. You know, you're going to want to spend some time and customize your page. You know, you could add add a cover photo. Maybe you want to put some other posts in here, so you don't just have your your basic post. You know, maybe you're going to find a golf-related article. You're just going to want to seed some content in here to make it look like this isn't like a brand new page. You know, I think that's just the one thing that you want to avoid. So I'm not going to spend time doing that right now, but you would customize your page, make it look all nice and pretty and trustworthy. So now that you have the page, you could actually go into Facebook ads now and create an actual ad. So let's do that. We're just at our Facebook ads page, and we're going to go to create ad. So now we have some options here, and there are different types of ads that we want to do. And one of the ads that we can do is a page post engagement ad. So this is basically a boosted post. You know, we're going to have a post that sits on your fan page, and you're going to basically try to get more engagement to it. Very popular ad type, very effective, especially when you have a very passionate niche. Now, the ad type that I always go to is website conversion ad. And think about it. You know, we're trying to sell a product, right? So we need conversions. The website conversion ad, it leverages the Facebook pixel, which we'll need to install on our site. But it leverages the Facebook pixel and all the data that you eventually get into the pixel. It uses that to create, or optimize your ads for conversions, aka purchases. So this is, definitely in my opinion, the best ad type out there. This is what I'm teaching all my students. This is what I'm running myself. This is what we're going to start with. So increase conversions on your website. We're going to go here. And now what it's going to do is ask us to enter in the URL that we need to promote. So obviously, super simple. That is going to be our actual URL for our product. And here it is. All we need to do is just copy our page URL. Remember, we're going to be doing ads directly to the product. So going back over here, enter that here. And we have our product. Now we need to add our purchase pixel. So there's a couple different pixels that you can do for the Facebook pixel. You could optimize for purchases. You could optimize for add to carts. You could optimize just for page views. In my opinion, again, we're trying to sell product. The only thing I want to optimize for is purchase. I don't care if I have a brand new pixel, which is the case here. I'm still doing purchase. Okay, so don't worry about it if this is red. It's not going to turn green until you get a couple purchases in there. So don't be alarmed if you have it in here. I'm going to show you how to install the code very quickly. There's basically you're going to have to edit your code inside of Shopify, or you're going to have to hire someone to do it, or you can get one of the few apps that are out there that kind of make it a little bit easier. But I'll show you how to do that after this. So we're setting up our website conversion ad. We're going to name it, and I'm going to call it golf ball grabber ad 1. Okay. I'm going to go to the next step, and this is where we actually enter in our targeting. So you see right here it says, who do you want to reach? Who do you want your ads to reach? Okay, and this is going to be where you put in your targeting. And remember what we talked about when we were doing our research earlier. We were thinking that we could find interest related to golf brands and related to golf celebrities. So we're going to move forward with that. We're going to do the first one, and we're going to build our audience based off of golf brands. So we're just going to go through the line here. Custom audiences, this would be something that you would focus on a little bit later, like your retargeting audiences. So don't worry about this right now. United States is where we're going to start, and I like to change the age to about 20. I want to start at 20 years old because I want to guarantee everyone has a credit card. So I'm doing 20. I'm not going to make any assumptions about the gender here. I'm just going to start with both. And in fact, if you remember over here, it told us that there was actually more female than male. So I'm just going to keep both open. I encourage you not to go with any assumption. Just kind of go both to start and see how the data, let the data dictate what should happen. So here in this detailed targeting box, this is where we're going to start to enter our interest. And in this type of ad, we want to target golf brands. So let's see, going back to here, let's look at the ones that we've already identified. We have TaylorMade Golf, and we have Nike Golf. So let's put those in. And it's as simple as just typing those in to add them into our interest box. So this right here, the detailed targeting, that's what I'm calling the interest box. This is where we're going to search out and place interests to build the targeting of our ad. So let's add TaylorMade Golf. Okay, now take a look. There's a couple of them. If you look here, it says the type of the interest. So this is an employer. So this is literally the 2,344 people who work for TaylorMade Golf. And here are the people who like TaylorMade Golf. We want to go with this one. Okay, so we're going to click it. It gets added to our list. And right now, you can see up here, it says we're targeting 270,000 people. Now, here's the coolest part about Facebook ads. As you see right here, they've already recommended 6 different golf brands that we might not have even found. All we needed to do was type in one that they gave us on the Audience Insights page, and now Facebook is smart enough to say here are some other very relevant ones. So let's start adding them. Like we said, we know Callaway is a brand. I know Ping is a brand, and if I didn't know, I could just simply go to Google and type in Ping Golf and check it out. Echo Golf. See what other brands there are. So nothing else that they're recommending. We know that there's also Nike Golf, right? There you go. And maybe we didn't know any other brands. Remember, we could just make that simple Google search for golf brands, top golf brands, most popular golf brands, whatever. And now we see a lot more. So we could sit here and add all of these. I'm just going to add some of the other big ones in here, like Titleist. And let's just add Titleist and go from there. Okay, so we added some golf brands here. The thing to remember here is that we're looking for very similar interests, because what we want to do is hopefully get sales from this ad. And if we do get sales, then we know that buyers come from the group made up of people who like golf brands, and that's extremely powerful. That's something that we can build a lot of our marketing off of, and a lot of the products that we sell, knowing that we can target successfully people that like these golf brands and that they will wind up buying. That's basically priceless information. There's tons and tons of products out there, but there's only so many interest groups. So when you can identify a winning interest group, it's going to be a lot of money in your pocket. So we're going to definitely hope that this one turns into sales. If it does, what we're going to do moving down the road is launch more products and do this exact same targeting. So the research that you do at the beginning is super important. It's going to kind of stick with you for the entirety of your time in the niche. So here's our targeting. We got 1.8 million people that we're going to reach in this ad. And now we're going to talk about how much do we want to spend. We want to start all of our ads at $5. All it takes is $5 to get started. Of course, people aren't making millions of dollars per month spending $5 on ads, but it's a great way to get started. I'm typically going to spend $5 a day for 3 to 5 days before making any decisions on whether to cut or continue my ad. So, maybe if I make like 5 or 6 sales on the first day, I'll start to scale my budget. Otherwise, I'm going to let the ad play out over 3 to 5 days and see how it goes. The reason why that's super important is not because I just have a higher risk tolerance than you. That's not the case. It's because with a website conversion ad, Facebook takes time to optimize the ad. So if you were just to make a decision off of one day, $5, you wouldn't have really given Facebook a fair opportunity to go and optimize that ad. So I recommend 5 days. If you're going to cut it at something lower, make it 3 days at least. Okay, so we're going to do $5. You could schedule it if you want. I'll often just start it whenever I'm going, and you could name the ad set if you wanted to. Now the next part is where we're actually going to build our ad creative. So here is where we are going to actually create the ad. And the cool thing about Facebook ads is they are what's called native ads. So they're going to fall right into your your news feed. So here's the desktop news feed. Someone's going to scroll through and they're going to see this exact thing. It just looks like a post from any page. We're obviously going to go and pick we'll pick the golf page right now. So Golf King. So we'll pick the page to connect to. And these are going to be the different placements that we'll get. We'll get desktop news feed. We'll get mobile news feed. We could have Instagram if we want. We could have audience network. As you see here, it's like a mobile ad network. We could do the right-hand side column. What I want you to focus on is just the news feed. So turn everything else off. The news feeds are by far the best placement on Facebook, and again, playing into that native ad idea, apart from the word sponsored up here, it's going to look just like any other post in anyone's news feed. That's why these ads are so powerful. So now we're going to actually build our ad. So you see here, there's a headline, there's text, there's a call to action button. You can see these in place right here, and we can edit them live. So I like doing something, very simple, like, do you like golf? I like playing with questions, So I'll have this, and you'll see it update, do you like golf? And remember, we're going to be advertising this specific product. So, we're going to put some type of language in our ad that is relevant to this product. Again, I like doing questions. Do you like golf? Do you hate bending over to grab your golf ball? Click. Now for... we want to play on the idea that it's free plus shipping. And here's a caveat with the free plus shipping things. We don't want to be deceptive at all. So we don't want to say free and then, hide the fact that they have to pay shipping. We should be very upfront. So I like putting something like this. Get it for free, just pay for shipping. Okay, so now we'll take a look at our ad. Here's some nice copy. The questions are cool. The idea with the questions are you want people reading this ad and already nodding their head yes. Do you like golf? Yes. Do you hate bending over to grab your golf ball? These are obvious, these are, loaded questions. Of course they do. We already know they like golf because they like golf-related brands. So we know that the answer to the question is yes. We are just getting them to nod their head yes and kind of get an agreement with us before they even look at the product. So there's a call to action button here. We want to change that, of course, to shop now. And now we need to build our image. And I'm actually going to change this because I know how effective this copy is. I'm going to say free, just pay shipping. Okay, now we need to build an image. And there are a couple different ad image sizes for a website conversion link post, which is this, where this is a clickable link. You're going to be using a 1200 by 628 image. So we're going to go into Photoshop and we're going to create a 1200 by 628 image. Now, if you don't have Photoshop or if you don't want to use it, there's a really easy to use program called Add Respark, you post up in my group, and I could tell you about that. And it's a really nice, really easy to use ad builder. So yeah, if you're comfortable using Photoshop, great. I'm just going to show a real quick ad here, just so we can kind of get something live. And I'm going to bring over the actual image of my product. Okay. And maybe I'm going to position it like this so it looks kind of nice. So I'll make it a little bit bigger. So again, you could use Photoshop. You could use something like Add Respark. You could pay a designer to do it. A lot of different things that you can do. So let's see. Facebook doesn't really like a lot of text on the ad, so we're going to want to do something else. So I'm going to maybe get a stock image for a nice golf scene, or maybe we even use the same one that we had used previously for our website. So I'm not sure how this is going to look. We're just going to do some testing. Okay. And we could, we could play around with this forever. What you could also definitely do is you could create an ad image that is simply just this, in a big rectangle. That would be fine. Just kind of centered this with a white background, and that could be your ad. Simple definitely works. So I'm just trying to create something that is going to be, is going to stand out a little bit more. A lot of people like putting outlines across the ad. So we'll do that real quick. Go with the greens, to keep up with our color scheme. So there you go. This could be, this could be a good ad. And maybe we want to even do something. Again, Facebook doesn't like a lot of text, but you can certainly put maybe a little bit of text here. Maybe we want to put it in, a little background. And so we see, we could do this and add some text. And we could say, what do we want to say? Let's say, get it free, just pay shipping. Okay, it's really small. Not the prettiest ad, but I'll tell you, you don't have to be a massively talented designer to create an ad that sells. You just need to be clear with what the product is. So there we go. I don't know why we have these weird text effects. Okay. Enough of this. I'm going to save this ad, and I'm going to show you that we're going to add it to our ad. And then we're going to be able to actually submit our campaign. So let's see. Here we go. Images. And we'll delete this image that they pulled from our website. And now we're going to add our ad. And you're going to see exactly how the ad is going to look with the copy, with the image, everything up there. So do you like golf? Do you hate bending over to grab your golf ball? Get it for free. Just pay shipping. Here you go. A nice picture of the golf ball grabber. Get it free. Just pay shipping. Pretty nice ad that we created in a couple minutes. And, we're just going to look over everything. Remember, we're only doing the news feed placements. Here's what it looks like on mobile. And we're good to go. It's really that simple. So what are we going to do now? We're going to press place order. And this is going to actually go, and now the ad is placed into basically an approval queue. It will be live, within 15 minutes, up to maybe 1 or 2 hours normally, for them to approve the ad and let it go live. So let's go back to our ads homepage, and we're here. You can see our campaign now, and it says it's active, so it might have already actually been approved. Yeah, so it already got approved that quickly. So sometimes they approve it automatically. So we're here. Here's our first ad, our first campaign. And the way Facebook has it organized, you have a campaign, and then inside campaigns, you have ad sets, and inside ad sets, you have individual ads. So we want to advertise the same product, right? But we want to have a different set of targeting, because this first one, we should actually rename this. Let's name it so we know exactly what it is. And this was the golf brands. So that's one way that we're going to test our free plus shipping product. Another thing that we can test with is what? Another thing that we can test with is the celebrities or the actual professional golfers. So we can create an ad that works for for that as well. So let's create a second ad inside the same campaign. So we're still inside this golf ball grabber campaign. We're going to create a very similar ad, but it's just going to have different targeting. So you're going to have to create an ad set. So again, we're inside the same campaign. Now we're going to press create ad set. And now what we're going to do the exact same thing over a second time, but this time we're going to use a different set of targeting. So we can go through it pretty quickly. Same URL, same purchase pixel. Now this is what we're going to change. So last time we did the brands. This time we're going to do the professionals. So we got Tiger Woods. Here's some potential ones that may be relevant. So, if you don't know who these are, you should definitely Google them. I know that this is a soccer player, baseball. So these aren't necessarily super relevant. So you might want to, find some other targeting methods. So, for the interest of time, I'm not going to going through all this. We can go through onto Google and, popular golfers, find all the different names and, start adding them to our ad, just like we did for the other one, and start adding and have an interest group now about professional athletes or professional golfers. Change it to $5. Keep going through. We are going to create go down here, and we're going to create basically the same ad that we did before. It could be almost exactly the same. And the reason is what we're testing here is not the ad or the ad copy or anything like that. We're testing the interest groups. We want to keep everything the same. We just want to know what interest group is going to perform better. So there you go. I'm going to put a couple ads live, kind of off screen for the interest of time, and just like I said, finish this ad, get at least 2 ad sets. Maybe I'll go 3 ad sets, and if I do go 3 ad sets, it would probably be something like golf magazines or golf TV channels like Golf Channel, Golf TV. So I'm not sure, but the idea here is that we want to, of course, test different interest groups to the same product. We just don't want to make any assumptions saying this is the best one or not. We want to keep things separate. And $5 ads, $5 website conversion ads. So we are pretty much good to go in terms of getting everything going with our ad. What we definitely want to do before the ad goes live is install our website conversion pixel. So I actually did that in another video, and I'm going to just basically show you that now in terms of how to install your pixel. Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. This is going to be a little bit of a technical video, but it's super important. And this is how to actually install your Facebook pixel. This is a total requirement in order to run website conversion ads, in order to run retargeting ads. You need to have your pixel installed. So you're in your Facebook ads home, and all you're going to go is go to Tools and then Pixels. It's going to bring you to this page. Now you're going to have Facebook pixel and you're going to have conversion tracking pixel. This is the old pixel. You could ignore this section. We just want to deal with the Facebook pixel. The new pixel is way more powerful. It does everything that multiple old pixels would have done. So it's definitely great. So all we need to do is just find our pixel code. So we're over here at Tools and Pixels, and we're going to click Actions and View Pixel Code. So here is our actual pixel code. And we're going to want to copy this, and I'm just going to open this up in a Notepad document and store it off here for a second. Great, so we have this. Now what I want you to look at is this section over here. And if you want to read about conversion tracking, you could do something, just go over here and click the link. They'll explain a little bit about conversion tracking. Real quickly, what it is it captures data about conversions, about different actions that happen on your site. An action could be view content when they view a page. It could be when they add something to cart. It could obviously be a purchase. This pixel kind of gathers and houses all that data, and then it goes and optimizes your ads. When you do a website conversion ad, it optimizes your ad based on the data that it already knows about who is buying your product. Super, super powerful. So you definitely need to have this installed correctly. So remember, we have our pixel code. We're going to install this in Shopify. What we also need to do is grab a couple of snippets over here. So these event codes, because we want to track a couple different actions. We want to track, we could track add to cart. But at the very least, what we need to be tracking is the purchase. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to, what it is, just pasted it into my little notepad here. So if this is the first time you're working with code, maybe you want to hire a developer to kind of do this, or you can go and take a crack at it yourself. The first step is very simple. All we have to do is copy this code. This is the base code, remember, that they gave us. We're going to copy this code, and we're going to go over to our Shopify store, and we're going to go into our themes. So we're an online store, and then themes. Now we're going to come up here, we're going to click these little dots. And we're going to go to Edit HTML CSS. This is where we can actually edit the theme files that make up our website. So if you were to mess something up in here, you see this is actual code. If you were to mess something up in here, you would potentially break your site. So what you want to do is, before you do anything, go over here and come over here and then press duplicate. So if you duplicate the theme, then you at least have a backup if you screw something up. So again, we have our base pixel code over here. We copied it. All we need to do is now click on theme.liquid. And this is basically the skeleton of our entire site. This code is on every page, and we want to have our Facebook pixel on every page. So we need to add it to theme.liquid. What we're going to do is look for the closing head tag. So this is what a closing head tag looks like. So find this. There's only one on the page. Put your cursor a little bit above it, press enter a few times, and just simply paste in the code and press save. If all you're doing is pasting in this code and pressing enter a few times, then you're not going to mess anything up. Don't touch anything down here. You just want to install this code. So now, how do I know that this code is in here? Well, I'm going to view the website, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to press view source, view page source. And where is it? Well, I know that I added this code right here. So I'm going to just copy this little segment, and I want to see if it's actually on my site. Because now I'm viewing the source code of my live site. So I'm pressing Control F, and you can see my pixel code is on my site. So now I have my pixel installed, my base pixel installed on all the pages of my site. And this is the home page over here. If I reload this and I view the source, you're going to see the Facebook pixel code should also be here. Where is it? Here you go, Facebook pixel code. So it's on the product page. I guarantee you that it's on every single page on the site, as long as you place it in theme.liquid. So halfway done. Now you need to go to settings, and you need to go to checkout. And we talked about this in the first video. We're coming down here to the additional contents and scripts box. What we need to do now is come in, and we need to edit our base code a little bit. So now we're going to take our snippet that we took from Facebook. They provided this. We're going to take this, we're going to just grab it, and now you need to find where it says track page view, and that's right here. So actually here is, you can see this is very simple without getting complex. This is just tracking in action. So it says track, here it says track, over here it's tracking a page view, in this case it's tracking a purchase. So what we need to do is move this piece of code right after the semicolon here. So you see the semicolon after page view. Put your cursor there, press enter a few times, and paste in the new snippet. So now you're going to copy this entire thing. So now this is the base code plus the purchase code. And you're going to simply paste it into this additional contents and script content box. Press save, and you're done. And that's it. 5 minutes is all it takes to install this, what people think is a super complex pixel. It's really not. It's very easy to do. I just showed you how to do it. So make sure you have this before you turn any ads off. So at this point, we have our ads on. We have product in our store. We've done some product research. We've done advertising research. We've found our target demographic on Facebook. We've set up a testing plan to test 2 or maybe 3 interest groups. So, it only took, what are we at? Maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and we have a store live. And, I'm pretty confident in the targeting that we found. So, I think it would be great. I'll give you guys an update as soon as, when we get our first sale. Hopefully it's going to happen. And I'll shoot a little update video in terms of going from there. So, cool. That's how to install the Pixel. Golf King is now live, and we're going to make some sales. So I'll talk to you later. Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. Well, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we launched our ads last night in the video that you saw. And as you can see, we already got our first order. And again, I was telling you, this is the home dashboard in Shopify. It's telling our sales today. We have $18.95 in sales. We've had 10 visitors so far. So that's about a 10% conversion rate, which is pretty cool. And we can see that over here in our online store section. So we had, like I said, that 10% conversion rate. We had an order. So let's take a look at the actual order. And our golf ball grabber sold to this morning at 8:27. So we can come down here and actually take a look at the referring website, and no surprise, obviously we're advertising on Facebook. They came from Facebook. So I'm hoping that we get some more orders. Maybe if we get a few more, we could even talk briefly about scaling. So definitely a great start. We have our first order ads are working. Conversion rate's looking pretty good. So definitely early, but it only took we spent less than $3 total on our ads so far. Remember, it hasn't even run a full day. So we're definitely in the black. We're profiting, and hopefully we're going to see a lot more. So I'll give you another update a little bit later. Hey guys, Justin here again. Just another update in terms of what we're doing with Golf King. We got another sale last night, and this one actually picked up 2 items. Let's see, this is the first one. They took our upsell in terms of the Potty Golf gag gift. So we had a nice order value here for a little bit under $39. So that's solid. Obviously, both sales came from Facebook. We're a little bit over a day for the ads running. We had two ad sets going to two different sets of targeting. We're at about probably $11 or $12. Remember, we set $5 a day, and we had two ad sets. So we started that last night. So we're at about maybe $11, $12 at this point in terms of total spend. Revenue, we got, let's see, total revenue so far is about $19 and $39, about $58, I think, if I got that right. So 58 in, we spent 11. Our margins on our products are pretty good considering they're coming from AliExpress. So now that we have orders in, obviously the next step for you operationally will be to go and fulfill the actual orders. So for this one, and I'm blanking out this guy's address, so just for the sake of, because this is a real order and stuff, but we would take his information and we would go into AliExpress. Remember, we found this product, right? So we're going to go in here, and we talked about how important it is to have e-packet shipping, right? So we're going to go in, we're just simply going to buy this product, and we're going to set up shipping to go directly to the customer. So basically, all you're doing is buying it on their behalf. So some things that you want to make note of, you're going to want to pretty much do this from the same IP address all the time. AliExpress could flag your account. For example, if you have a VA doing it, you're going to want to kind of add them to your account before you let them go wild with your login. You're going to want ePacket, of course. For these free plus shipping items, you're going to want to look at something like $4, $5 max in terms of cost getting to the customer. And just make sure, this is on you. You need to make sure that you take the customer address. Again, I'm not going to show it to you, but take the address that's inside, in the order, right in the section. And you're simply going to use that as the delivery address, and you're just going to buy it on their behalf. Now, you might want to add, there's a note section in there. You could say, please don't add a receipt or anything like that, just to make sure there's no, order a receipt. But, bottom line is, even if they do put a receipt in, it's not a big deal. As long as you fulfill the item to your customer, they're going to be happy. So there you go. Not a ton of sales, but 2 to start. That's pretty good. I'm kind of excited about that. So I think, and again, this is where we can find the product, fulfill the product. And we're just going to keep our Facebook ads running at this point. To get 2 sales for, about $11. I'm pretty happy with that, considering we got, I forgot that this was a 2 quantity sale too. So we actually sold 3 pieces of the free plus shipping item and 1 of the full price item, and we spent $11 to do it. So that's definitely going well so far, and we're going to continue our ads. But, definitely go out there and get started. There's no reason to wait. Just go to AliExpress, go to Shopify, and just go and take advantage of of the awesomeness of Facebook ads. So check it out. I do have a 10% off Shopify link that they just gave me to give out. So if you want that, all you need to do is go to http://shopify.justinscener.com, JUSTINCENER. So http://shopify.justinscener.com. It's 10% off for the life of the plan. So you definitely can save a lot of money. I think it also, it has a 21-day free trial, which is an extra week extended. So, if you want to sign up, go for it. Find a niche, pick a niche that's going to work for you. Get your site up, find some products, and just remember how simple Facebook ads can be. You just match your product to the customer, and you're good to go.